Alan, finally, the start of the season is here.
At last, with the fans, at last, we cannot wait to get started. I'm not a big fan of pre-season, and that's from a player all the way through as a manager. It's not my cup of tea. It doesn't feel right. It's just trying to get fitness in, minutes in. Everything's false. You just got to work as hard as you can with them. And it probably told last week we worked 6 days out of 8. They had 2 days off. They had 3 games in amongst them 8 days, and it was really tough for them. Finished off with a poor performance, but as I say, they know what's required now, and they've worked extremely hard in that short space because of the time we missed. But just can't wait to get back in front of fans, to be honest.
So I say, certainly miss playing in front of them. It's over 500 days since we last kicked a ball in a league game in front of fans.
It's mad, isn't it? When you think about that, it is crazy, and it'll be really exciting. I really hope that we'll get a great turnout, you know what I mean, because we have missed them massively, and I'm sure there will be lads and people who are probably a little bit apprehensive of coming because of the COVID situation. It still hasn't gone away, but it's the more we get there, the more they get behind these lads. It's a new squad. These will be excited, and the support that we can give, the fans give, I think it'll be massive for them.
Pre-season has been testing, hasn't it? Let's be honest, from a COVID and injury point of view, and we've been hit by another COVID just this week with Luke Chalmers.
It'll carry on with this. We had a managers meeting last night, and we were discussing it, and it's still all over the place. COVID hasn't gone away, and we've been hit with it this week, unfortunately, and Luke's unavailable. So it does wreck your plans a little bit, but we brought people in to try and deal with that, and we're constantly working on it. And I've just got to deal with what it is, really, and the fans have got to accept that. Unfortunately, it's part and parcel of it at this moment in time, but we'll just keep working. And as I say, I'm quite happy with what we've got. I know we're still short in the centre back area, but with what we've got out there, I'm quite comfortable.
Yeah, we've just signed Brandon Taylor, who's been at Sunderland. Yeah,
Brandon, I've knew with Brandon for a good few years. Seen him come through the ranks. He's done extremely well. Made his debut for Sunderland, and he signed a new contract last year, and it just didn't pan out, obviously, because of Phil Parkinson leaving. He ended up being not part of the new manager's plans, and we kept tabs on him during the summer. He's been on trial at a few clubs, and we managed to bring him in last week, and you can see how good he is on the ball, and he might not be this big ugly centre half that we're looking for, but the budget's still there to bring that one in to play alongside him, so don't have to worry about that. We're still working on that, but he's come in there, and I think the lads have seen him straight away, and he's really comfortable on the ball, and he talks, he covers, and I think it'll be a great sign in that one, because I think he's got potential to progress again.
And you brought in James Beauchamp on a non-contract basis.
Yeah, as soon as I knew that Luke wasn't going to be available, we had to look, and Bushy's been training with for a few weeks now. He missed the games last week because of the holiday that he had planned. Otherwise he would have probably featured in them games. And everyone's talking about him in the Northern League. There's loads of clubs after him, and he's been training with. He's done extremely well. He's raw. He is really raw. He's physical. He scores goals. His fitness might not be up there. He was surprised at the intensity of the training when he first come in. He couldn't believe it that we trained for 2 hours. He thought we're finished after an hour. But that shows that we're looking in all avenues. We're not just looking above, we're looking below as well to get the calibre of player that we're wanting. He's a local lad, and hopefully he'll do a decent job for us. He's got potential.
Yeah. Looking at the team, what excites you most about the team? What can you say to the fans? Look, we can look forward to this and that.
There's loads of pace in there when you look at it, and we've got a bit of physicality. We've got a mix this year. I think last year we probably didn't have that mix. We relied on total football, so to speak. It had to be perfect football all the time, especially with the front four I had. They were all under 6 foot. 5'10" was the biggest they were, I think, because Luke Chalmers missed quite a bit of that. But I look at it now, and we've got that physical presence up top with Jake Cassidy, and if Luke was fit, you would have had that as well. So we've got Kevin DeSantos, who he might not have the trickery of what Eric O brought to the table, but physically he's a little monster when you look at him. He's so strong. He's up and down the wing. He tracks back. Needs to work on that end product, as all wingers do. Everyone keeps saying that, but I'm really excited by Kevin, to be honest.
What targets have you set the lads this season? Last season, for example, we didn't win all that many home league games, did we? For example, we lost against Telford at home.
Yeah, there's no targets being set. as I say, we know where we want to be. These lads have come here to get in the playoffs. That's what we've come for, to try and get in them playoffs. All of them want to get there, and that's what we've got to try and achieve. It's not the be all and end all, because we've got the cup runs as well. Obviously we all love cup runs, but realistically we want to be pushing up the league. We want to be trying to sneak in them playoffs. Every club's got to have them targets. I'm sure they all have, but it's going to be a tough league this year. There's some big hitters in this league this year, and we've probably got a middle of the road budget, but hopefully I can push the team to the maximum and try and get them in them playoffs and have a good cup run to go with it.
Yeah. As usual, it's part-time versus full-time, isn't it? And we're going to have to overcome those full-time teams to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, it is, but listen, the onus is on them full-time teams to do exactly that and get up at the top end of the table, and I'm sure they'll probably end up in there. Not many of the full-time teams are out of that top 7, so them will be up there, and it's up to the rest of the teams just to try and put a good run together and try and sneak in there. But we've got a lot of players who've been full-time, and that's what they want to do. They want to get back full-time. I want to get back full-time. The only way of doing that is by getting in that league. But one thing I will say, we need the support of the fans. They're a new group here. There's a new set of players who've probably never played in front of these fans before, so all I ask for these fans is just to get behind them. I know there's been a lot of frustration going on in the last 18 months because I haven't been to see it, and they haven't seen exactly what's been going on, get frustrated with it, but I know how good these Darlington fans can be. If these get behind these lads, the lads will not know what's hit them. So the more support we get, the better. And let's say get on the backs of the opposition, definitely. But I'll get on the backs of these lads when they're not performing. All I ask is the fans to get behind these lads 100%.